Okay, y'all, welcome to Notebooking with Bebe. This is my composition notebook I've been writing in for a few years, on and off again. It is my homeschool fantasy curriculum notebook, if you will. I have a couple of little fan fictions, fantasy kids in this. Lots of just random notes. So this page I actually just did tonight, because you'll see the next pages, but I didn't actually have a list of Christian, born-again, evangelical curriculum in parentheses. No thanks to all of it, because I don't believe in intertwining biblical scriptures, sermons, or devotionals into academic K through 12 academics. Leave it for your Sunday school, or do it on Sunday, or just do your biblical Christian theology bullshit for your young children completely separately from their standard homeschool curriculum. You don't get to interrupt me. Go. I was really interrupted by my cat. So, do you want to be the center of attention, sir? Yes, he does. Now he's purring because he's happy because I'm paying attention to him. Will you be quiet and let me talk? Big yawn. Okay, so I have listed Heart of Dakota, Ace of Paces, My Father's World, Abika, aka Pensacola, Life Pack Alpha Omega, Sunlight, The Good and the Beautiful, Denison, Matthew C., Christian Light, Bob Jones Press University, Master Books, Apologia, ironic name. I'll get into that another time, but I think it's ironically apologizing for its non-factual facts in its reading and science curriculum. It is ridiculous, some of the poor editing and publishing that Apologia has a bad reputation for sharing in its printed publications. Not Grass History. What a weird name, Not Grass. Classical Conversations, Horizons, which, weird thing, Horizons has a secular, neutral, non-religious approach to its elementary grades, but then as soon as you get into their middle school grades, they bring the Christianity back into everything. Very weird. And also, Horizons, if you do Horizons for math, it is all reading comprehension. Very reminiscent to public schools. Reading comprehension in math is more important than doing the math itself. Answers in Genesis, Easy Peasy Schoolhouse, Memoria Press, Mother of Divine Grace, and Seton. The last two being Catholic/Jesuit. And then this is an old page. I don't agree with my old statements, like Horizons Math, Christian Light, Life Pack. Life Pack is just kind of wrapped up in a nice box package to look pretty. That's all. And then these are, I was actually wrong. Gather Round is a Christian curriculum. It's a good concept, but I'm not a fan of the idea that, the multi-grades curriculum you can do for a whole sibling set of kids in multiple grades then has to be Christianized. And there's no secular, non-Christian version of it. And I think that's kind of shitty. Story of the World is neutral, but it's not necessarily Christian nor secular. You kind of have to pussyfoot around some of the aspects of it. Moving beyond the page is an overly expensive curriculum. IEW, very Sunday school, doesn't have any math. And Bookshark uses Matthew C, so you gotta supplement if you don't want Matthew C. And then, this is all the math. that is secular that I know of. Other brands, Singapore, Saxon, Math with Confidence, I misspelled that, Wild Math, Wild Ridge, Math and Music, Critical Thinking Company, CTC, Meekwan Math, Tinker Math Seeds, MCP, Unit Studies. A lot of these are great homeschool curriculum for unit studies. And you know what? I'm going to cross out. Ambleside is not secular. And Wildwood is considered neutral. And then here we go. Phonics and grammar. Scaredy-cat. Hooked on Phonics. All about reading press. All about reading 1 through 4. All about spelling. Grammar Island and Michael Clay Thompson Publishing. Gentle Grammar, Spelling You See, which is neutral, not necessarily secular. Reading Cheetah. Explode the Code. Logic of English. Before the Code. Beyond the Code. Alpha Phonics. Grammarly. Orton Gillingham Approach. Grammar Galaxy, Fix-It Grammar, The Spelling Lesson, The Reading Lesson, Word Roots, McRuffy, Starfall, Rocket Phonics, Reading Eggs, MCP, Plaid Phonics, Shirley English, Saxon Phonics, Chiller Language Arts, Simply Reading, Words Their Way, Right Shop Junior, Right Shop Primary, Yak Pack Sight Word Comics, Jolly Phonics, Analytical Grammar and Junior Edition, The Lawn Road to English Grammar, which I think is a dyslexia thing. Pride Reading Program, I think that's also dyslexia. Growing with Grammar, Mostos. I really want to get some of those books. Those are really cool books. Apples 1 and Apples 2 Phonics, Lavender's Blue, which really is more of a preschool curriculum, but it goes up to 1st or 2nd grade, I believe, and is more common in Europe and the UK than here. Beowulf, which I want to get my hands on. Spelling Connections, and Blast Off to Learning Press, which is also dyslexia. And then we have Science Curriculum, Beast Academy Science, Nancy Larson, Building Blocks of Science, Fusion Science, Blossom and Root K6, McRuffy, Science, Real Science for Life, The Prairie Primer, Mr. Q Science, Moving Beyond the Page, Sassafras Science, Friendly Biology, Elemental Science, Prentice Hall, Pearson, McGraw-Hill, Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, Scott Forsman, Addison Wesley, Scientific Connections Through Inquiry, also known as SCI, Building Foundations for Scientific Understanding, also known as BFSU, and Connected to SCI. And that's it. And then, anyways, long fantasy fiction, if you will, of hypothetical children. And then I have an idea right here for a Cowboys and Pioneers curriculum for grades 3 through 6, or ages 8 to 12, and it would cover circa 1830 to 1890. It would have a student work text, 350 pages, a parent instructor manual, 310 pages, Blackline Masters reproducible copybook, 150 pages, and a project binder with dividers and folders instead of a workbook by standard. Cowboys Cookbook, 80 pages. Pioneer Schoolhouse Primer, 110 pages. Kind of like a McGuffey, but not actual McGuffey. Illustrated Sketch and Design Book, 110 pages. 4-H and Agriculture Book, 150 pages. The Civil War Book for Cowpokes, 180 pages. The Oregon Trail Book, 80 pages. The California Trail Book, 80 pages. The Chisholm Trail Book, 50 pages. Cowboys and Pioneers Migration U.S. Map Jigsaw Puzzle, 500 pieces. Build a Schooner Kit, a scale model schooner, 2 oxen, 2 horses, 1 push cart, 1 plow, 1 milking cow, and 4 chickens. Double-sided glosser cards, double-sided geography cards. The Pony Express Mail Kit, a U.S. Cavalry Old Maid card game, and a Famous Faces card game. And then I once wrote a little book review about No Children Here by Alex Kolowitz. I made up my own little wife swap thing one time because I was binge watching old episodes of Wife Swap from the mid-2000s and I couldn't help myself. That was it for Wife Swap. Homeschooling, kind of like a fan fiction of tutoring or homeschool teaching. And then some YouTube vlog ideas. And then I talked about my bullying experiences of all the times I was bullied and harassed. I went to town on this kind of writing. And then a YouTube thing, more YouTube, more of my experiences having been bullied. Eighth grade, the transition, and some notes, a couple of blank pages, because I skipped a lot of space, and then I just had this one kind of silliness. And then I had some brainstorming, and I've been writing this long, short story, kind of like a novel, where the plot is about a one-room schoolhouse. So, that's interesting. And I wrote down the names of the students and their ages, more of them, and then I started writing it, kind of. And this was something else I did another time. More homeschool ideas. Here's my school story, continued. Here's like a timeline. Here's plot ideas. More plot ideas. And then the story. Story continues. Story has stalled at that point. A lot of empty pages. And then I did these, I don't know, writing out the possible name combinations of future children. And that is my notebook. 2 possible future names for future children, Linus and Julius. Anyways, that's my notebook. Stay tuned for more ideas from Bebe. Subscribe and come back for more. Bye.